Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FlowWithTolubaker. If this is your first time on this channel, why not sit back and enjoy, and thank you for coming. And to all my returning subscribers, thumbs up. Thanks for supporting your baker babe, And please always remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, and let's build this community together. And don't forget to put on your notification button. So on this video, I'm gonna be giving you the tips and tricks on how you can get accommodation in the UK, what to watch out for, because it has been a big issue, especially lately, and especially in the location I'm in, Sunderland. I'm in Sunderland. For students who will be coming down to Sunderland, accommodation has been quite a challenge lately. So I'll be giving you tips and tricks on how you can get accommodation quite easy and fast. The number one thing you need to know is location. You need to note the location you would like to stay in, the location where you want your accommodation to be. Do you want it close to the city center? Do you want it a bit far from the city center? Have you noted the location where your work is? Have you noted the location where the school of your children will be? Are you the one who likes, oh, I need to get closer to basic amenities like the train station, the bus station, church, fun places, and all that? So location is number one thing you need to note. And you should also note that when you are considering a location close to the city center, the bustle, the heart of the city, you should also note that your money will be speaking for you, because houses in the city center, close to school, close to all these amenities, are quite expensive. So all these things boils down to your pocket. Once you have ego, you got no issue. Once you have ego, you've got no issue. But we all know, relocating to the UK, you have to be on a budget, you have to be on a plan, you have to know what your pocket is saying. So you have to note this location before you go for accommodation. So location to school, the campus you're in. If you're in Sunderland, do you want your accommodation to be close to St. Peter's? Do you want your accommodation to be close to the city space and all that? Do you want your accommodation to be close to basic amenities, your children's school and fun places and all that? So that's no matter. You will see I'm looking down. I actually jot down some things because I want to give it all out. I don't want to miss out anything. So just permit me. So number two thing is, where are the places you can get this accommodation? If you are not privileged to get accommodation via referral from friends or referral from families, someone helping you go for viewing, you can check accommodations on the following sites. You can check on Facebook Markets, you can check on Rightmove, you can check on Zoopla, you can check on Greg's, you can check on Spare Room, you can check on Gumtree. And also, most importantly, it's not just for you to follow or search for accommodation in all the sites. For you to get them easily, create sponsored posts. What I mean is create filters. Okay, for example, let me use my own case as an example. On Spare Room, I went on Spare Room. Most especially, Spare Room is for house sharing, for students and all that. But you might be lucky to get a family accommodation quite fast. So Spare Room, what I did is, what accommodation type do I want? Okay, I clicked in. I wanted a 2-bed accommodation. I wanted between £500 to £600. Do I want it all bills inclusive? Do you want it with a garden? Filters like that. So, and also notes. Remember to subscribe, remember to register on these channels. Even after getting accommodation or getting the house you wanted, you will still continue to get posts and continue to get updates on their coming houses they'll be letting out. You understand? As I am now, I still get notifications of houses they got even with the fact that I've gotten accommodation I wanted. You understand? So remember to create sponsored posts. Remember to put in filters of what you want, your budget, your housing type. Is it a 2-bed? Is it a 1-bed? Do you want it all bills inclusive? Do you want a house share? So those are the things I meant by filter. So, and remember to register on this site. And another most important thing I want you to note, that scammers they UK, they plenty. So don't get scammed. It's real, especially on some of these housing sites. So shine your eyes. There are scammers on this site, so you just need to be watchful and be careful. Then another thing is Facebook Markets gives you the direct access to your landlords. You chat up directly with your landlords. You don't go through agents, housing agents. So you chat directly with your landlords. So that's that about accommodation sites. Then the third thing is you have to note the bedroom size you want, and you have to note the bedroom size you want. You have to actually go by the housing rules in the UK, because as a family of 3, you are fit to go for a 2-bed, a mommy and daddy's room, then your child's room. If your child is below 16 or below the teenager age, the child can still stay in a 1-bed with you. But if you're a family of 4 and of opposite sex, daddy and mommy's room, that's a bed. The male's room, that's another bed. The female's room, that's another bed. So making 3 bedroom for you guys. So like that. So you have to find out the type of bedroom that is fit for you, for your family size. So another thing is you need to know, do you want a furnished apartment or unfurnished? Unfurnished, nothing is in the house. You just get the accommodation, then you bring in your stuffs, your furnitures, your sofas and all that. But in a furnished apartment, everything is there. There's the washing machine, there's the microwave, the chair, the bed, everything is in it. You've got nothing to think about. You've paid and everything is in it. Then you have to note, is it all bills inclusive or not? All bills inclusive means your electricity, your water, your gas, your Wi-Fi, everything is included in the bill. You have to note, is that the type of accommodation you want or not? And if it's not all bills inclusive, you just have to get to your house. Probably it's £500 per month, 500 PCM. That means £500 per month. You understand? So do you want that, or you'll be the one to pay your bills yourself aside your rent? Then another thing is rent is per month here, PCM, per calendar month. It's per month, it's not per year. And we've got some housing agents or some landlords who say they get their rent weekly, but that's not the best for you. I'd advise that you go for per month, per calendar month, because there are situations whereby we have 5 weeks in a month. There are situations whereby we have 4 weeks in a month. So you'll be at the losing end if you should go for per week payment. So just go for per month. If there's 5 weeks in a month, if there's 4 weeks in a month, it's your gain. You understand what I mean? Then there's another thing called viewing. Viewing is you going for the house, like you viewing, still the same thing. You viewing the house prior to you moving in. So going in to look, is it what you want? Is it what? So it won't be the situation of what I ordered versus what I get. Is it what you saw on the ad? Is it what the landlord told you? So you go for your viewing, and when you go for your viewing, you have to check every details of the house. From what you saw, your housing, like, does it meet your specification? Does it meet your need? That's viewing, you understand? So, and there's another thing we call holding deposit. Holding deposit is the amount of fee that you pay. You pay that amount of fee from your rent just for the landlord to take off that apartment from the market. So it's only meant for you alone. They won't be advertising it anymore to anyone. So holding deposit, once you've paid your holding deposit, it's taken off the advertising site, it's taken off the market. So if you're really, really keen in going for a particular accommodation you're satisfied with, you have to pay a holding deposit for them to keep the house for you. That's just what it means. Then there's what we call deposits. So deposits is different from the rent. A deposit is just an amount of the rent you're supposed to pay. You pay the deposit, then you pay your rent. Is that okay now? So you pay your deposit, then you pay your rent. So then usually landlords and letting agents lately have been finding it difficult to give houses to international students coming with family because they feel you're just coming into the country, you've not gotten any pay slip, you're not attached to anybody, they don't know you, they don't know where you're from, you're just a student, you've not started working. So lately they've been asking for a 6 months rent. So if you know you're coming from your home country, you have to prepare to pay a 6 month rent before you'll be given, except if you are just being lucky. So landlords now, they are keen about you paying a 6 month rent before a house or an accommodation is given to you. So you have to note this as well. Then again, you have to note the tenancy agreements. This you have to read in between the lines. You have to note and read in between the lines of your tenancy agreement. It's important. There are some things whereby they just give us a tenancy agreement and you just sign. The tenancy agreement might be stated, the landlord might state that you dare not leave the house until a year. You dare not leave the house until 12 months or 24 months. You dare not leave the house until 6 months. So these are the things you need to note. Then another important thing you need to note that in the UK, your landlord dare not comes into the house, barges into the house without giving you a prior notice. As long as you are in that house, he can't just come into the house. He or she will give you a prior notice. Then there are documents needed from you before you're given a house in the UK. Your ID card, your student ID card, your passport, your BRP, and sometimes they ask you to print out a letter from your school. It's in your canvas. If you're a Sunderland student, it's in your canvas. Just print out this letter and other documents and you tender them. So there's another thing called guarantor or references. They will want you to provide a guarantor that has a home in the UK. So you either look for your uncle or your brother or somebody from your home country that you know at least can help you reference, that can give you reference, that can stand as a reference, somebody with a fee whole. You understand? So that's just it. So another thing that's important is don't get desperate. Don't get desperate. This is what I keep telling people, don't get desperate. As long as you're looking for accommodation, sooner or later it will work out. But don't get desperate for you to go fall into the hands of scammers. So as a tenant, this is a bonus. What are the rights you have? So as a tenant, you have the right to live in the property that is safe and it's in a good state, and you have your deposit refunded by the time you are leaving that property. Those are your rights. You get your deposit refunded. So far, the state of the house you use is just the way you met it. You get your deposit refunded to you as long as your tenancy agreement ends. Then, landlords are responsible for repairs, wears and tear, depending on what's in your tenancy agreement. That's why I mentioned earlier, your tenancy agreement is important. Then there's another thing called council tax. Council tax is As a student, if you're the main applicant, you are exempted from council tax. I think I will talk about this in my next video. So on this note, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope this video helps you. I hope it meets your needs. I hope it solves one or two questions that might be bothering you. So please remember to subscribe to my channel. Remember to like. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Remember to share. One or two person might be in need of this particular video. See you next time.